Welcome everybody to another day, another dollar, and another episode of Amateur Pool. I'm Josh, your host, and today we've got a race to 4 battle. This is a challenge match. This was played at Tap League Nationals in Sandusky, Ohio, and I'm playing a gentleman by the name of Kris Wood from Alaska, man. Kris is a subscriber. I've been chatting with him electronically for a while, and I told him we'd meet up and play a set when we got to Nationals, and that's what we're doing here. We're playing this set earlier in the day that I started singles. So I started singles later this evening and just trying to get warmed up playing sets with Kris, man. Kris, big shout out to you and all the Alaska boys, man. You guys were a riot. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. And let's get into this match here, man. I won the leg. I broke. I'm at the table shooting right now. And you'll notice my autofocus, man, keeps going in and out. I got to figure out how to use a camera, bro. I really got to figure it out. You know, one of these days I'll learn. Anyway, let's get to the match, you know. Let's see what's going on here, man. It looks like I'm solids. I'm going to shoot at this 2-ball. I think I'm trying to bank it over here past the 3. Just kidding. I'm playing safe, you know. Just testing you. I was checking to see if you thought I was actually going to take that shot or not. All right, I got him pretty good. I mean, he's tucked up in there in his own ball, so he can definitely make a good hit. Just depends on what he does here. Maybe he can cut the 14 over. And I apologize for the low angle, guys. There was no good tables to put the tripod on. You see, these are the tables over here that they had in this room. This is the practice room. But the tables were literally like a foot wide. They were real skinny tables, and I couldn't put a tripod on top. Well, I could have, but it would have been very unstable. And I've already had one camera fall off a tripod and break, and I don't want it to happen again. So this is the angle we got, guys. 7 feet up, you know, about 7 feet back from the table. That's what it is. All right, Kris made a good hit. Kind of a loose save, not really a save, more of a containment shot. He just put me in a position where I don't have an easy shot to shoot at here. I'm grabbing my jump cue because probably I'm going to go for this 3-ball, I would imagine. Boop, up and over, and try to make that 3 in the side. Try being the key word, you know, that's a tough shot. He played a pretty good containment shot on me. So I realistically could play him safe back. Ugh, pardon me, guys, man, with the yawning. But, you know, we're just playing a challenge match. It was for fun, and I'm trying to get warmed up. Mostly, and I made it. Good shot, man. Mostly what I'm trying to do here is get in the right headspace. I want to start feeling my stroke. I want to get prepared to start my singles matches later this evening. And, you know, so I'm going to fire at stuff, man. I'm going to fire at stuff. Slow rolled the 7-ball, but didn't hit it hard enough, man. And honestly, unless the 7-ball hit the rail there, which I'm not sure, I didn't rewind the tape, you tell me. It would have been ball in hand. And Kris is pretty good at that stuff, so he probably would have noticed. I'm sure the 7 did hit the rail. If not, I apologize for cheating you, Kris. It wasn't intention. It wasn't intended. Intention? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Kris is blocking the camera up. Move out of the way, Kris. All right, we can see where he's at now. He's got a cut on this 10-ball, but it's thin, man. And look at his 13-ball. His 13-ball's in a tough spot, man. He did well putting that in the pocket without actually making it. Now it blocks that 4. But, well, it doesn't really block it. That's deep enough. This 10-ball's deep enough in the pocket. If I get shape anywhere down here, I could make the 4 and the 10 in at the same time. When the ball sits real deep in the pocket like that, it's easy to make them both. Instead, I'm just going to rattle the 1, you know. I'm just going to rattle the 1 ball and let Kris have another go at the table. That's what I like to do. We're racing to 4 here, guys. No skill levels, no handicaps, nothing like that. Just a challenge match, race to 4. We played a couple matches this day, and this is the one I wanted to post because it was a short, entertaining match, man. And you guys will see the outcome here, you know. And we'll talk about it at the end a little bit, man. You know, or we won't, you know, either way. Enjoy watching it. I didn't even ask you guys how you're doing today. I always forget that. I apologize, man. What a horrible host I am. Hope everyone's doing well today, man. Hope the one dude who said on my last video he would be doing well if he didn't already fill his deer tags, bro. Congrats on filling your tags already, man. You know, some people have yet to even see one out there. So think you're doing better than them, bro. you know. Anyway, hope everyone out there is loving their day, man. And if you would hit the subscribe button for me. Yeah, I can't talk sometimes. If you would hit the subscribe button for me, man, I appreciate it for sure. It's helping me a bunch. I'm at 37K right now, and I'm trying to go to 50K. So if we do a little math here, we turn this into a 4, add the 1, that becomes 3, and then we got 1 left there. I need 13,000 more subscribers to get to 50K. Sorry about doing math on the screen, guys. You know, arithmetic's, it's tough. You know, it's hard to do without drawing it out. Just kidding, guys. I could have done it in my head. I just wanted to draw it out. It's more fun. All right. This 7 ball is going to be a little tricky, but if it sits inside the point right there, I can't tell. But if it's inside the point, I can actually make it from anywhere over in here. All I got to do is bump it, and it'll drop in. And I can, especially right here, if I can make this 1 come out to here, and then roll the 7 in and bump the 8 out, yeah, this is a good angle. If the 7 is inside the point, I don't know if it is or not. If it is, I should be able to hit it, bump the 13, move the 13, and hopefully end up with a shot at the 8. But no, that's not what I did. I made it straight in and drew it straight back like a dum-dum head. Really, I think I was trying to play the short position and just draw the cue back like, what, an inch maybe? That was a stupid shot. I should have bumped into it, man. It was a dumb shot. I was in bad headspace. Like I said, I'm just trying to get in the right frame of mind. I'm trying to feel my stroke. I'm trying to get ready for the singles matches I have coming up this evening. And I don't think I'm playing like I regularly play. You know, trying. I'm not. Believe me, I'm trying. Just made bad decision there, man. For some reason at Tap Nationals this year, I was nervous, man. I don't understand why. Even before, not so much nervous during gameplay. Once the match starts, I felt all right. But before the match, that whole day before the match, I kept thinking about, I hope I play well. I hope I play well. You know, that's not how you do it, man. You just got to relax, enjoy the day, and when it's time to play, it's time to play, Josh. It's easier said than done, though, right? Nevertheless, I couldn't make that 8 ball. Kris is going to clean up the table, and he's going to get out on me here. He's got an easy shot on the 8, and he should be up. Watch it change. Watch it change. There it is, man. 1-0. Good job, Kris, on that first rack. Good job, my man. By the way, cut your hair, Kris. You know, this ain't 1990. We don't do mullets. Just kidding, bro. I'm just jealous, right? Because I don't have any hair, and I can't grow. I could grow a skullet. You know, I've often thought about how ridiculous I would look with a big bald horseshoe on top and some long red hair on the sides. I'd probably look like Bozo the Clown, but, you know, I keep threatening to grow it out. My wife keeps threatening to divorce me. You know, I think the two are tied together, you know, so I'm probably just not gonna grow a skullet, you know. Anyway, good chat, guys. Back to the match. You know, good talk. Good talk, guys. Back to the match. All right, this is off the break, man. He's tied up. You can't see it right now, but he's tied up on the 5 ball here, and he doesn't really have a good shot. So he's banking at the 6. He missed it, which I would expect. That's a tough shot, man. Tough shot right there on that ball. All right, I'm going to come back to the table, try to figure out something. I believe it's still open because you have to establish one after the break. It doesn't count on the break. So we're still open. I can shoot whatever I want. It kind of looks like I'm eyeballing that 2 ball right now, but that's a tough shot from way down here. I could also shoot this 13. I think that's what I'm looking at now. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. 13 straight down. Nice easy follow through. I didn't want to bump the 11. I should have put a smidge of right spin on it. So instead of hitting the 11, I could have came out this way and missed the 11 altogether. But I'm still not looking too bad here. I don't know why I ran into those. Oh, the 9 ball. I thought that was the 1 ball. I had to get the 9 ball out of there because it wasn't in a very good spot. That's why I ran into it. And I actually ended up looking pretty good. Can shoot the 9 in this corner. I can't tell the angle from here, but if I can use a lot of right and get over here, that would be great. I don't know if I can or not, though. Yes, I can. Yep. All right, man. The angle is deceiving from this camera view, but it worked, man. It was a good shot. Now I can just make this one. I have to jack the stick up a little bit because I would love to just draw back to here and shoot this one in the side next. Just like that. Just like that. Now I can make this one in the side and not do much with the cue ball. I can just let the cue ball drift up to about here, and I can shoot the 14 after this shot. I would have liked to have drifted forward a little bit more, because ultimately if I shoot this 14, I'm now hindered over top of the 1-2. And I took a quick look at the 11, but that 11 comes with this scratch right here. I would have to draw outside of the scratch and then put spin on it to come all the way back around table. So that shot would be pretty dumb, you know, but it looks like I'm going to shoot it. Because, you know, that's what I do sometimes, man. Take the dumb shot, man. Yeah, see what I was saying? I had to try to come all the way back around. I might have gotten shape, but it doesn't really matter because I didn't make the 11. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. What matters is Kris is now at the table. He's got one good option, albeit a long shot. He can shoot at that, make that one go in, and I think he's off and running from there. Oh, he's choosing to cut the 5 because it's closer to the pocket. It's a longer shot, but it's closer to the pocket, so it might be easier to make. Yeah. Yep, a little easier to shoot that one, and he got a nice bump on the 2. If he wouldn't have bumped that 2, he'd have been in trouble. But, you know, he did bump the 2, and he's not in trouble. He's actually in pretty good shape. Nice little stun up for the 6. Now, does he play this with top inside and come a couple rails back, or does he play it with center bottom? It looks like he played center bottom. Yep. Center bottom, and he just came straight over this way. Roll this one forward for the 3. Yeah, Kris shoots pretty good, man. Kris shoots pretty okay, if you ask me. It's doing all right, getting good grades. Future's so bright. You ought to put some braids in that hair. I don't know. I just made that song up, guys. You know, practically a musical genius. I know it. I know it. I know. I apologize to you for having to hear me sing like that, man. It was no good. This was a nice out by Kris right here, man. I highly doubt he's going to miss this. He just wants to make sure he avoids a scratch up here in the side, which he did. So he's up 2-0 on me, putting a whooping on me, man. Molly-whopping me. All right, head ball break from the side, which is a little unusual. You don't see that a ton. Usually if someone breaks from the side, they hit the second ball. And if they hit the head ball, they usually break within this area here, you know, if you hit the head ball. But he went to the side and hit the head ball, which I've seen other people do it. I just don't see it that often. You know, I've never, come to think of it, I'm not sure I've ever tried to do that in 8-ball. Maybe I should give it a try. That was a horrible bank. I jerked all over the place when I shot that one, lifted my head up. I did a backflip in the middle of my stroke, believe it or not, you know, which is amazing that I could even do a backflip, you know, because I'm old and crippled. So, man, backflip for me is not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Kris was looking inside the pocket there because, you know, I put a little gremlin in the table that's going to knock his balls out when he tries to make them. So he was checking to see what pocket the gremlin was in. You know, I fed it after midnight, gave it water, all that good stuff. If you don't know the reference, you don't know. If you do know the reference, I appreciate you. You're a real one. Hit it in the comments. Let me know what movie it's from. I already said it and kind of gave it away. So if you don't know, I'm going to be highly disappointed. You know what I mean? But that reference was from a movie, and it was a good movie. Checking my phone again while I'm commentating, you know. My last video, someone said, why don't you just shut your phone off? I said, bro, I'm married, I got 2 kids, and I'm a real estate agent. I'm not shutting my phone off, man. I can't shut my phone off, brother. You know, and I don't think it's a big deal that I check my phone. It's not like this is an, you know, primetime TV production. This is just one dude hanging out with some friends watching an amateur pool match, man. That's it, you know. There's nothing professional about this here, man. You know, this is just chill time. See, I think I've talked less about this game than other stuff so far this match. So that goes to tell you right there, this ain't no professional business right here, boy. You know, we do what we can and we just have fun making content. That's it. And people start watching it. That's it, man. You know, nothing professional going on here. Seen a little falter in his stroke there, man. That might be the first time I noticed it anyway. But yeah, he kind of stabbed at that, and his timing was a little bit funky there. But I'm sure he'll watch this back and notice that as well. All right, so he left me an open table here, right? I'm supposed to get out here, you know, supposed to. But you guys know how that works with me. I'm not sure why I played a safety there, man. What didn't I like about this rack that made me play a safety? Was it just my opening shot? Was I too nervous to take an opening shot and do something here? He went around the 11, so my safety worked, you know. I got ball in hand. Now let's see what I do with it. Man, I don't know why I keep yawning. It's Friday. Happy Friday. I keep yawning for some reason. You know, I didn't sleep that great last night, man. My wife said I was snoring like something she's never heard before in her life. It sounded like a hibernating bear or something. And that probably is why I didn't get good rest, you know, because I was choking myself out all night snoring, man. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes, you know, it's weird. Sometimes I snore worse, and I can tell as soon as I wake up if I snored real bad or not, because my throat will hurt, I'll have a headache, and I have a little sleep apnea, I guess, you know. I'm supposed to use one of the machines. I just can't stand it. I used it for a while. I used it for a couple years, and then I hate the idea of putting on a stupid mask and making a decision to go to sleep, man. And then it's uncomfortable, makes your nose hurt. Stupid, man. Stupid. So really what I should do is eat better and lose a little weight, which is unusual because I'm not like a huge guy. But for some reason, you know, when I lose like 5 or 10 pounds, my sleep apnea pretty much goes away. And, you know, I've yet to do it. Anyway, good chat, guys. Let's get back to the match. You don't want to hear about all my problems, man. Let's get back to this match. I'm trying to run out here, man. I'm going to take this 3-ball. Once I take this 3-ball, I have to get out because his 11 will be wide open. I played it pretty well. I got a good-looking shot at the 2. Problem is, I've got to hit this firm for the cue ball to come up table and then back down table. That's not easy to do. Come on, camera, focus on the table, bro. What a shot. What a shot. I hit it soft and tried to hold for the 1. I should have probably just hit it firm and came up table. Even if I came back down to here, I could have shot the 1, you know? It was dumb. It was a dumb shot. I'll have you guys know I have learned how to manually focus an object now. So, you know, this, like I said, this was at Tap Nationals, so I filmed this one a couple weeks ago. I've been meaning to get this one out because I know Kris is chomping at the bit to watch it. And, you know, I wanted to get it out for him. So, but ultimately, I need to do better with my focus, man. I don't like it. Irritates you guys. May not even notice. Maybe it's not even a big deal for you, but when I look at it and I see the balls all fuzzy, it just really bothers me for some reason. I don't know why. So I played that rail first and came around for the 1, which is a decent shot because the 11 was blocking the 1 to that pocket over there. Now I'm in a little bit of a spot where I have to cut this in. The cue ball's going to want to go dead into this pocket, so I have to put a little draw on it. But in order to do that, I've got to jack my stick up because the 11 ball's in the way. So, you know, this should be an easy routine, 2 balls to get out, but this shot on this 1 is extremely difficult. What am I going to do, bank it instead? I am, and I'm going to try to leave the cue ball down here and play a 2-way. Yep. It's exactly what I did, and it actually turned out pretty okay, man. Only thing I don't really like about that shot is look where I put the 1, you know. Now the 1 doesn't go up there, doesn't pass the 8. So now I have to try to figure out some crazy shot on the 1. And he's just going to safe me right behind the 11 again, or the 15, whatever ball that is. So now my only option here is one of these numbers. You know, maybe hit it that way. Oh, am I going behind the... I don't know where do I think I'm going to end up here? Oh, I'm pushing his ball up on mine, but don't hit the point. Hey, that worked out pretty okay right there, man. So it's ball in hand, and every time I make an intentional foul and hit the opponent's ball like this, I always get a couple comments from people saying, I hate that. It should be illegal. And I get it, man. You know, some rules Like, I think the international rules that, like, Ultimate Pool League plays by, you lose the frame if you do that. But in any other league, it's just a foul. It's just a simple foul, you know, and it actually takes advantage. You can use it to take advantage of the table, you know. It's just like playing a safety, you know. There are a lot of people who believe you shouldn't play safety as well. You should try to run everything out. Mostly bar pool players, but, you know, there's facets to this game. And hitting an opponent's ball intentionally is a very good strategy in a lot of situations, you know, depending on who you're playing. So calm down with the comments, bro, about how we shouldn't be allowed and people should be executed for doing it, bro. Calm down. You know what I mean? Calm down. It's just a game, guys. It's just a game. That's what I always have to tell people. Bro, just having fun. It's a game. Relax. Anyway, good chat. Back to the match. I keep saying back to the match, and then I'm not going back to the match. You know, I apologize to you guys. I'm on one today. Like I said, it's Friday. I feel good. You know, I got me a non-sponsored drink here. I already had me an energy drink earlier. That's why I'm all fired up. You know, so cheers to the weekend, boys and girls. Thanksgiving's coming. You know. Oh, by the way, if you guys are one of the people who nice shot there, Kris. He's up 3-0. He's on the hill. If you guys are one of the people who watch my Wednesday live streams, I don't think I'm gonna be live streaming this coming Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, just because it's the day before Thanksgiving and everybody's got stuff to do, man. So I don't think I'll be live streaming this coming Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. You know, I'll tell you the date in case you watch this later and you're like, what? No live stream? It's going to be Wednesday, the 26th of November, 2025. You know what I'm saying? No live stream that day, probably. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I doubt it. I doubt it. My wife will probably castrate me, you know, if I try to live stream the night before Thanksgiving. She'd be like, Josh. Anyway, good talk. Let's get back to the match again. You know, for the 10th time. Kris is slow rolling the combo. You got some cojones on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said cojones because it's a family channel. Or a family video, at least, you know. I can't believe you tried to slow roll that long distance combo like that, dude. That takes a very smooth and straight stroke to do that. And you almost made it. It was a nice try. Very nice try, my friend. See my old Raven Q shirt right there? If you guys like Raven Qs or carbon fiber Qs, good cost. A great cost, actually. And the playability on them is amazing. That's what I play with. I love mine. I play with it. I have a break Q, a jump Q, all carbon fiber. I think you get them for around $400 for the plain Q, man, with the Pro Shaft. And if you use discount code Josh, JOSH, you get 10% off. All right, let me get it out of the way, guys. I'm done. I'm done with the advertisement. You know, like I'm British or something. Advertisement. Sorry. And it's a glacier, not a glacier. You know what I'm saying? We're not Brits over here. We speak English, but it ain't the Queen's English, I'll tell you that. You know, anyway, good chat. Back to the match. You know, good talk. Good talk, everybody. Good talk. All right, so I am looking at shooting this 3-ball, and I'm probably just going to let the cue ball drift down here for the 7, is what I would imagine. Oh, no, I ran. Where am I going? I was trying to come all the way back over. Yeah, you see me tap the table. I was trying to come back for the 2. Yeah, I would have liked that better than going for the 7 because the 7 doesn't have as much future in it. If I make the 7, I could just drift forward a little bit down into here and then shoot that 4-ball next, but now I'm going to shoot the 4 first. Am I trying to bank it or am I trying to cut it? What am I doing? Bank it. Which is actually a good shot. It takes control away from, well, it didn't take control because my ball didn't stay in the pocket, but it takes his ball out of the pocket, which means if he gets into trouble, he doesn't have an easy shot. And if I need to shoot something in that pocket, it's now open. Anytime an opponent has a ball sitting in a pocket, it's good for them, not good for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get rid of that ball while playing some sort of a safety, then you're doing all right. You know, Doing all right, I think, anyway. That's what they tell me. What do I know, though? I'm down 3-0 in this match. Look at this, and I raced to 4. It's no good, man. You know? Makes me look like this right here. You know? We're going to wear some goggles. Little goggles on, you know? How do I look? All right, I'm done. I'm done playing. Actually, maybe I'm not done playing, you know? Maybe I'm just being devilish, you know? There we go. That football's the devil, Bobby Boucher. All right, guys, I'm out of my mind today. I apologize for you guys. The people who clicked on this video and are actually watching it, my apologies to you. I can do better. You know, watch some of my other videos. Watch some of my other videos before you hit the thumbs down button and make sure you unsubscribe to me. You know what I'm saying? You might like some of my other videos. You know, I'm just kind of fooling around today. I'm having a good time and I'm in a mood, you know? It's one of those things. One of those things, man. I do like that short rail shirt, though. Look at that. This is an old one. It's one of my favorites, though, man. I love that short rail shirt. If you don't notice, man, there's a little guy inside there shooting pool right inside the A. It's amazing how he fit in there. I don't know how he fit, but he did. Oh, I played a rail first. Mostly a safety, I guess. We got this clutter here. Neither of us really wants to break it up because once it's broken up, the other person's getting out. So Kris can hit the 9. I don't know if he can make it. It depends on how close it is to that pocket. It may be a scratch if he tries to make it. But worst case scenario, he can nick the outside of it and bring the cue ball up into here and kind of play a containment shot. He made it. So it wasn't super close to the pocket. It must have had a little gap on it. Oh, I'm coming to the table, which means he called safety, I guess. I'm asking him about it right now. What's going on? I can't even remember. Kris, leave me a comment. Let me know what was going on here. You must have called safety, I would imagine. I imagine he called safety there, and that's why I came to the table, and we were just talking randomly about something else up there. That's probably what happened, I'm sure. I don't remember, though. He's just giving me the ball back, man. He sees I'm not playing great, and he's like, he's challenging me. He's like, go ahead and run out, fool. Let's see what you got. And I don't blame him. I have yet to win a game, you know? So I don't blame him at all. I don't fault his choice there at all. Because so far, I haven't won a game. And even if I win this game, he's still on the hill, you know? And I need 3 more after this. So it wasn't a bad play. Better than him trying to hit it. Maybe giving me ball in hand and breaking them open for me. So now I get to break them open. Which I did and missed my shot, you know? Gosh. It's hard to watch myself shoot like this, but it happens, you know? I do it sometimes. And I remember this day when I was playing this match, these matches with him, I felt, you know, in my mind, I'm trying to get my stroke ready for the singles, national singles tournament I have coming up in a few hours. And the fact that I wasn't playing well just terrified me. You know, I said, oh boy, this is how I'm going to play in the singles too, man. I might as well pack up and go home now. I literally remember thinking like that during these matches. Thinking, man, if I keep shooting like this, there's no point in even playing, you know, on singles. But, you know, if you guys already watched my singles matches, you can see I ended up pulling it together and played pretty decent. I played half decent, you know, in the actual singles event. But, yeah, you know, it was a little nerve-wracking getting to that point. As you can see, man, the way I'm shooting here, I was scared to death. Scared to death that I wasn't going to shoot well at singles, you know. Had people counting on me to play well. People expected me to play well. It's hard. It's a lot of pressure when people think you're going to do well. It's a lot of pressure, man. Because then you feel like you have to do well. You're going to let people down, you know. And really, they don't care. They just think you're going to do well because you shoot good most of the time. All right, can I at least put a game on the board and make this somewhat respectable? Please, you know, come on, blue shirt Josh. Do it, blue shirt Josh. No, no, that's not it. That's not it. In fact, that's the opposite of what I was talking about, because instead of putting one on the board, I'm going to let him win the rack, man. And this is going to be a goose egg for me, guys. I don't see him missing this out. All he's got to do is stop shot the 10 and then roll this 8 in. He doesn't even have to worry about the scratch very much, because these 7 balls down there in the pocket half blocking the scratch. He could still scratch there, but it's a lot less likely. He would have to hit real close to that rail, and then come off the 7. So I think this is all she wrote here, guys. You know. Yes, sir. That's it right there, man. Well done, Kris, man. I haven't had a skunk in a while, my friend, you know. So next year at Tap Nationals, buddy, I want a rematch, you know. And hopefully we got some time where we can rematch comfortably without being during a tournament, you know what I'm saying? And we can play a little bit better. Well, I can play a little bit better. You played fine. You know, apparently, 4-0. I appreciate you, Kris, though. Thanks for being a subscriber and a supporter, man. All the Alaska guys. It was awesome meeting you guys. And everybody else around the country I met there, too, man. I met a dude named Pedro. It was cool. I met a lot of people. I can't even name them all, man. But you guys rock, and thanks for all the support, guys. I'm trying to get to 50K, so if you hit the like button and the subscribe button, that'll help me get there, man. If you want short rail merch, that link is in the description. If you want you a cool hat, hoodie, something like that. Yeah, that's it, boys and girls. I guess I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Until that happens, peace.